What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. I want to thank you for tuning in to my channel today. I appreciate it very much. I'm out here today on the Chowan River down here on the lower end, and it's actually 10 o'clock, so it was really foggy this morning, so I decided not to come out, waste a bunch of time, you know, trying to fish in the fog and not being able to run where I wanted to. So out here now at 10 o'clock, it is 80 degrees right now, and it is the 1st of November. Absolutely crazy weather. I've been hunting, just the heat has been insane, but we're out here on the water today, and what I'm really hoping to do is catch some fish. Flipping, we got a little bit of wind blowing back up the river, so the water is high a little bit. So possibly a spinnerbait bite, a moving bait bite, you know, square bill, not 100% sure, but I really think that flipping bite is going to be on the trees. So I'm hoping to put that good old rage bug to work, but we're gonna run down the river right now. We're gonna go to a good group of trees. We're gonna start off there, and we're gonna see if we can catch some doggone big ones. So before we hit the river and run down there, I wanted to let y'all know that from here on out, you'll see me wearing Mojo Sportswear. So Mojo Sportswear Company, we've partnered up. I am going to be wearing their gear from here on out. Check them out in the description down below. mojosportswearcompany.com. It's in the description, and you'll get 10% off of your entire order if you order there and use code GunfishTV, all caps GunfishTV. So I really appreciate that. Let's get to fishing. So we just got here to our first spot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on these outside trees and flip them with the rage bug. Might pick up the square bill, might throw the buzz bait maybe a little bit too, but basically I'm gonna run a chesty and run the dash cam like back and forth, because I actually forgot my SD card for my other camera. I thought I had one in it, and turns out I didn't. So we're gonna start off running the dash cam. We'll switch back and forth from chesty, but I like running two cameras, but unfortunately today I cannot. So let's go ahead. Got some good outside trees right here. Let's see if we can get them. All right, let's see what we can do. So as I said, we are starting off with the good old rage bug right there. Blue crawl, 20-pound test, P-line floor clear. Let's see if we can get it done. Pretty excited. Water temps are so good, it's crazy. 64 degrees, 1st of November. I mean, we're talking that's some good stuff. So let's see if the flipping bite is on. We're gonna be kind of like concentrating on the trees in like 4 to 5 foot, which the fish could be even shallower. I mean, very easily could be even shallower. Like, I'm actually expecting to catch fish shallower than that. So let's see. One thing I do notice is the water is pushing in. So the water is pushing back into the river right now. I don't know if it's some winds out there, you know, pushing it in or what. It's not very windy here, but obviously something is causing the water to push up in here, because like I said, I noticed at the ramp that the water was up at the ramp pretty good. So I don't think that'll hurt anything. Actually, I kind of prefer for the water to be up a little bit as opposed to low, because low, it wouldn't be much water on these trees at all. We don't want that. But we're gonna jump around right much today and try to figure out this bite and see where the fish are at, because they could be kind of doing any number of things. But hopefully flipping is where it's at. So I got a feeling with this cloud cover rolling in, it was really sunny when I first put in, but now with this wind and this cloud cover rolling in on this lower end of the river, that way it's clear, but up in front of me where we want to go, it's pretty cloudy. So I got a feeling that the moving bait bite's going to be on. So we're going to fish this tree right here, and we're going to fire up, and we're going to run down the river a little bit further, and we're probably going to pick that spinnerbait up. Have not had a single bite flipping, and I flipped over 45 minutes, I can tell you that much, and didn't get a bite. So we need to definitely switch things up. So spinnerbait, square bill, buzz bait, you know, whatever. But right now, flipping, or at least what I'm flipping, ain't the deal, I can tell you that. I mean, I should have had a peck or something. I fished inside trees, I fished outside trees, you name it. So we're gonna mix it up and go throw a moving bait. So let's get to that. All right, y'all, so I threw the chesty on, and we're pulling up here to this point, but it is actually drizzling a little bit. So I got a feeling that these doggone fish should be up here biting. It's not raining hard enough for me to go grab my raincoat right now, but it is just very, very lightly misting rain. So let's see if we can get us a big old hammer up here on the spinnerbait, because I know doggone well that there are some up here. Ooh, and that, my friends, is how you break your line and lose your spinnerbait. I did not realize that I had a slight backlash in my reel, I guess, and we're gonna have to get our raincoat in the process, because it is starting to rain. All right, I got to get my GoPro off. I just put this on. All right, well, we got our raincoat on, but we got a bit of a mess here, so I'm gonna have to get back with y'all. That's a bummer. Picked it up and fired it, and I guess it was just a loose piece of line in there, and she cracked open on me. Daggone it. All right. All right, so we just got our reel spooled up. Got a new spinnerbait on there, and the other one, I guess, just went to the fish gods, because we'll never find that thing. But now you can see in that short period of time, now the sun is out. So a little bit of a quick switcheroo as far as the weather is concerned. So got the raincoat back off, thankfully, because that thing was hot. But hopefully we get on some fish up here. I'm seeing some on the graph. You know, they can be anywhere up here, but I like for them to be up shallower. But they can be all off this point anywhere. But they're definitely doing something different than what we were doing, because trees, which is what I thought was going to be the deal, well, unfortunately, they're not the deal right now. So I am seeing some fish out here randomly on the graph. There's a gang of fish right there. Pretty good school of fish. Ooh, there he is. There he is. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. I don't know how big. I mean, he smoked it. Oh, that's a nice one. And I don't have my net out. I mean, that fish surprised me how hard he's pulling. Is that a striper? Oh, it's a striper. Ain't no wonder he's pulling so hard. Hey, I will catch these things all day. Get in here. He absolutely smoked that spinnerbait when he bit it. All right, chill out, buddy. Oh, that's awesome. He smoked it. He is not going to want to stay still for me. There we go. Check that dude out. Man, he made that initial run, and I thought I had a big largemouth. We're going to need the pliers to get that hook out, I believe. There we go. We got it. Well, fish number one. Nice striper right here on this point. I mean, there's fish on the graph everywhere. They might be striper. We might just sit here and have a ton of fun. Thank you, bud. Well, we might sit here and just have a blast. I will catch them as long as they'll bite. I will catch them all day. Let me be honest with y'all. I will catch them all day if they want to bite. But I thought I had a big largemouth. Maybe I should get my net out. Maybe that would be the smart thing to do. There's fish all over the graph. There's another one. Is that another striper? I don't know. Oh no, it's a nice bass. That's a nice largemouth. Oh yeah. I mean, back-to-back cast. Oh, flipping. Oh, nice largemouth. Yes, sir. Oh, we are gonna have some fun. I mean, absolutely just chucked it. They're up there. It's a big water shad up there. I mean, he choked it when he bit it. Good grief. He was not coming off. There we go. Pretty largemouth. Pretty dude, back-to-back cast. Thank you, bud. Woo, woo. He tried to give me the fish slap out of the water. Let's get another trailer. Man, there's a wad of fish up here. And I'm just throwing, this is just a Cabela's SS shad. And I'm not sure what the color is. Doesn't say. It's just a swim minnow. Looks like a Tennessee shad type color. I just bought them the other day, but man, and I'm just like, I'm tearing the head off so it's not so long. Awesome. Thread that bad boy up there. And that's one thing about a War Eagle spinnerbait. You know, I love them, but they don't have a bait keeper worth a darn, but that is okay. Can we go 3 in a row? That would be nuts. If we did 3 casts in a row. Doesn't feel like my spinnerbait's running right. It's fish up on this point like crazy. I don't know if it's, well, obviously it's not all striper for sure, which I knew it would be some largemouth here. But man, if we could sit here and just catch them, especially like the striper, that would be really cool. Oh, just got crushed. Just got crushed. I got a feeling we're going to get one on this cast. this. I don't know if that's a largemouth or a striper. That's a big fish, whatever that is. It doesn't feel like a striper. Oh, it's come. Oh, it's a jack. We have just got multiple species. I was like, that's a big fish, whatever that is. That is a big one. I wish it would come off. Get in here. Cool. That is a big one. Getting my floor all slimy. I mean, they're up there all just feasting on these shad. Pliers. Just don't want the wind to blow me up on the shoreline. That is a big dude. Hammer time. Get on over there. Got my hands all slimy now. Hey, at least we're catching some fish. Let's get back up there. All right, square bill did not pay off, so let's pick the spinnerbait back up. Let's see if we can get one, another one. We're just gonna let the wind drift us down and we're gonna fish this flat. When we get to this wood down here, we're gonna pick up the raised bug and flip it. Ooh, that was a bite. I'm definitely not seeing nowhere near as many fish on the graph down this way. That's definitely something that I'm noticing, which I don't expect. You know, you got a point, you got somewhere where the fish are gonna really congregate and get up on, but I would expect to see a few more just kind of out here. Let's pitch up here to this wood. There's one. Oh, no. Just lost that one. All right, so we just got a jerkbait tied on. So we're gonna get back up here. It is windy as all get out, but we're gonna get back up there and see if we can catch a fish. Definitely should be kind of congregated back up there, I believe. Lift the old talon up. Just back on up. All right, so we're gonna work our way back to that point. And basically, we're gonna throw the spinnerbait, and then once we get up on the point, we'll throw the spinnerbait and the jerkbait. But we're gonna throw the spinnerbait right now. See if we can pick one up. I might ought to pick that darn chatterbait up. Throw that. I've caught them here pretty good on the chatterbait before. I wonder even about maybe like a lipless, but lipless could be kind of tough to fish with all these leaves. There he is. Ooh, big fish. I don't know what this is. Oh, nice bass. I mean, a good one. Yeah. Pretty dude. Come here. Get in here. Oh, chunk. I mean, absolute fatty right there. Built like a tank. God, look at that tail on that dude. Like, got that pretty black coloration on that tail. That is an absolute tank of a bass right there. Beautiful. Up there on that point, feeding up on these shad. Man, got that beautiful fall colors and trees in the background. Awesome. Let's see if we can get us another one up there. I mean, these fish are just as thick as they can be. A lot of times when you catch one, you get them kind of fired up, which we had drifted back a little bit from where the wind's blowing so hard, but he just choked that thing. All right, after we get this cast in, we're gonna run down. We're gonna see how it looks down further, where it opens up into that big water. But I'm pretty sure if we go down there, we can get into some big fish, I hope. But we don't have a ton of time left to fish, so I wanna go ahead and make that move and see if we can, you know, get on some down there. But it's got that great big flat down there I wanna fish. And a lot of times when they're on the spinnerbait, you can catch them pretty dang good, so. We might take a little bit of a beating going out there, but we're gonna kind of go out there and gauge what we see. We don't want to go out there and be in some stuff that's too rough. We'll get everything strapped down, so we ain't got to worry about nothing flying out. The old spinnerbait has gotten them. Has gotten them so far today. That's been the bait, which when you got wind like this, especially, well, any time of year, but especially in the fall, it will get it done. And we'll probably stop back here if nobody's here, especially on the way back. All right, well, that was a bit of a bumpy ride. We're back here to the point where I've caught all the fish that I've caught today, so maybe we can get another one. I don't know. That wind out there is tough. That was a bit of a bumpy ride. I got wet a little bit. We're gonna work our way into this point. We might just take like the DT10 and throw it and kind of work our way as we get closer to the bank and throw this out here. Might pick something up. The wind has picked up substantially from what it was earlier, so I don't know, maybe we can pick something up out here, and maybe the wind will just have them like just loaded up on this point. Well, we're gonna fish down this shoreline right here. We fished a pretty good ways, just switched back over to the chesty and haven't gotten a bite. Kind of surprised to pull back up on that point, but you know, it's crazy windy. And I like wind this time of year, especially like blowing up on a shoreline that I want to fish, throw a spinnerbait on, a moving bait or whatever. But this is a little bit too windy. And honestly, you know, it has so much stuff on top of the water, as y'all can see where this wind is blowing. It's blowing so much out of the trees right now that it's really making it difficult to get your bait through the water clean. You know, almost every time I'm bringing my bait through, I'm ending up with, you know, some leaves or something on my bait. So it's making it really difficult to present your bait like you want to. I mean, I have maybe 1 out of every 5 casts coming back clean. So, of course, you know, if your bait has a leaf on it or something, old Billy Big Mouth down there is not gonna like that too good. Probably not gonna bite it. So, but maybe we can get one through this stretch right here, because I would really like to get another fish in the boat. But thankfully that point had some fish on it, because whew, if it weren't for that, we'd be in pretty bad shape. There he is, off that treetop. He's a little guy, but he was on that treetop. He's not tiny. Get in here. Yeah, he's not tiny. Pretty little dude. There we go, right on that treetop on that wood. Come up and chomped it. Come right over the end of it. All right, y'all, this is gonna be the last cast of the day right here. We have fished hard, caught some fish, didn't kill them, but you know, didn't really know what to expect. I have not been out here in quite a while, so just glad we caught some fish. Like I said, wish the wind wouldn't have blown quite as hard as it did. Made it a little bit tough. All these leaves on the water that you can see, I mean, just made it tough. We'll make one more cast, but they really made it tough to fish, and it kind of limited me to what I'm throwing. The spinnerbait, you know, crankbait, couldn't get it done with that because it was just constantly getting stuff on it the whole time. Did throw the chatterbait, top water, couldn't do it. Buzzbait, get all fouled up, you know. Thought about breaking the frog out, but kept it in the box. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad about how we did. You know, we caught some. Nothing, well, I don't want to say nothing big. I mean, every fish we caught except for that last one was a pretty decent little chunk. We got some fish right here, but you know, pretty decent little chunk. So we'll get everything strapped down and take this bumpy ride. Get on back to the boat ramp.